Hello, Alicia here, creator of Boudoir for Black Women. And today I'm going to give you 8 tips that you can actually use to really make sure that your stories are popping on Instagram or even on Facebook. So number one is using your stories to do behind the scenes. Behind the scenes are if you're putting together an album, behind the scenes of you editing, behind the scenes of you getting ready for a boudoir experience. If the person is in the actual chair getting their makeup done. So you want to show anything that is behind the scenes. That way your clients get to see all the action behind the scenes. Number 2. Do a day in the life of. Now, a day in the life of could be when you start out getting up in the morning. What do? So it could be I wash my face, I take a shower, and then I go and make this fabulous smoothie that everyone raves about, and you're giving maybe your audience what ingredients you actually put in the smoothie. It could be your animals that you have in your home, your dog, your cat, introducing them. It could be introducing your children. Maybe you take your child to school when we were going to school, actually walking, or showing, your setup where you are editing and, where your child is working next to you. So you really want to make sure your audience gets to know you as a person. Remember, with this type of photography, since it is very, very intimate, you want to make sure that people get to know you, the face behind the brand. Number 3, tell a story. I cannot tell you the number of times that I've started a actual story with, I got a story to tell you all, and I get them ready. And one of the things that I love is that I actually have people who will send me DMs saying, I cannot wait for your next story because they are so hilarious. So you want to actually start off a story, and it could be maybe 7 to 8 different actual stories within the main story, but it's all about one topic. So take the time to think about maybe a hilarious moment that happened to you and set it up. I set it up with saying, hey beauty, story time. And so they know automatically that they should watch and listen to the beginning, the middle, and the end of my story. Remember, any good story starts with the beginning, a middle, and an end. So you want to make sure that within those 15 seconds, which you can stretch out between, 6 to 8 stories, that you're giving them something that is funny, something that's entertaining, so they know that when you come back and you give them that prompt like, hey, story time, that they know that they need to watch each and every one, so they are connected with you and actually waiting for the next story to come about because they know it's going to be funny or entertaining. Number 4, ask a question. You really want to get engagement, and the best way to get engagement is to just ask a simple question. So I would suggest using a background and then have that question be there. And then every time someone answers that question, you can actually repost that information with the answer to the question. That actually gives engagement, and it also lets the public, your audience, know that you are really interested in what they have to say. Number 5, use the polls. Use the polls. So I know that sometimes people do not want to sit and type out an answer. That's just not what they want to do. But a poll, all they have to do is just click on the right or the left, the pink or the green, and actually answer the question that you have. So even if you don't actually see any engagement with the question itself, a poll is the next step and really easy to set up. I use them actually almost every day when I do an affirmation. And then the next part of that is asking the person or my audience if they agree or disagree. And I always have really good interaction. The other thing with the poll is that once the poll is actually finished after that 24 hours, you can actually show the results. So that's also another way to have more engagement in your content. Number 6, share before and afters, of course with permission, but share before and afters. I love this because even if you are showing before a person has makeup on and then after, it's a way to have content that has actually 2 stories. Or you can put them together, but you can show before and after so people can actually see exactly what it looks like when they are doing their boudoir session or their boudoir experience. So I love to use this feature because you can always use a poll that says before and after and ask them which one they love best. Also, if you want to do this, you can use a before and after by using a image that is a color image and then using a black and white image and ask them which one they like better. So that's also a way to create engagement. Number 7, the final thing that you should do to get engagement using stories is to share other people's work. I love when I actually get to see other people sharing others' work, because I actually may not even know the other photographer or the other artist or the other creative. So it's an amazing way to share, but make sure that you tag that person. When you tag that person, they actually see it and they will share it themselves. So it's the same thing, almost like using hashtags in your actual feed. So taking that person's name, putting it up, making sure that you actually give them the credit for their work. 9 times out of 10, what actually happens is that person will take the information, take the image that you posted and repost it saying thank you or that's amazing or something. That's another way that you can actually get engagement on your post. I hope that everything that I said with these 7 tips actually helped you. And I hope that you intend to use your stories in a way that actually allow you to get engagement, not only on social media, but just in general in finding your ideal client. Make sure that you subscribe to our actual feed. Make sure you subscribe to this page, and also make sure that you are taking care of yourself so you can take care of others. And if you have any other questions, if you want to know anything about boudoir, please make sure that you put that in the comments, because this space is to help not only our clients, but boudoir photographers. Thank you.